Hey guys, Adam Savage here in my cave with a tool tip. Yeah, I think you could call this a tool tip. This is a painting respirator. I wear this when I am painting or using noxious chemicals like epoxy resins and things like that. And I do this to protect my lungs. I recognize some of you watching will have distinct memories of me forgetting or ignoring the need for one of this while painting something in this shop. And to that I say, I am just a human like any others, and sometimes I follow all the rules of my existence and sometimes I don't. But in general, this is a key piece of shop equipment. I have multiple different kinds of respirators for different kinds of chemicals. I store them in different ways depending on their needs, whether they're an activated or passive particulate filter. But I'm bringing this up simply to talk about masks because given recent events, it really looks like masks are going to be a part of our lives for the near foreseeable future at the very least. I'm not going to be debating the efficacy of wearing masks because while some people may think there is a debate on the efficacy of wearing masks, the fact is that nobody who is gathering or looking at the data of mask wearing has any doubt about the efficacy. I wear this specific kind of mask, and I've been getting a lot of questions about it, so I thought I would talk about it. This is a mask made by Graf Lantz. That's Graflantz. Link is in the comments below. They make these beautiful. My first intersection with Graf Lantz, and by the way, they haven't paid for this. They don't know that I'm doing this. This isn't an endorsement. It's just a product I really like. They make these beautiful thick felt coasters out of 5mm felt. And their coasters made me fall in love with 5mm felt as a building material. I ended up using it as the cover for my side tables last Christmas. And that was all inspired by Graf Lantz. They also make bags, and as the owner of a bag making company, I gotta say they make some of the most beautiful bags I've ever seen. Their colors are incredible. And the marigold of this beautiful sort of ochre gold mask is indicative of how great their color schema are. So I can't recommend them enough. Their masks aren't cheap. I think these are $22 on Amazon. I've got a couple dozen now I've been using over the years. They wash well. Most importantly for me, as a glasses wearer, they have a metal tab in the nose, and that is absolutely critical for me. Anybody who wears glasses knows that your glasses fogging up from the mask is a particular level of hell. And I would like to discuss how I keep my glasses from fogging. The way I adjust my nose bridge for my specific nose is I first make the bend that covers the top, right? Like I consider the very tip of the top of my nose where the mask meets is like this half circle. So I get that half circle right. Then there's this plane that moves down at this curve like this. And I accommodate for it until I can feel it. And then I do what's called preloading, which is I bring my metal nose bridge in a little bit. That means I'm creating a little bit of pressure on it against my nose so that when I put on my glasses, it creates a seal that keeps my breath from fogging my glasses. I just want to take an aside to show you here. Preloading is an engineering term for when something doesn't perfectly conform with where it has to match. It's actually been made slightly smaller in some dimension. That ensmallening is called preloading because you're creating a little bit of pressure there. And that's what I'm doing with the nose bridge when I bend it in just a little bit before applying it. I also, being a glasses wearer, frequently have to take my mask off by slipping a finger underneath this and doing that. If I don't do that, I will frequently pull off my glasses with my mask. Yeah, it can be a real freaking nightmare. Lots of different people have lots of different kinds of aluminum, soft aluminum metals in their nose bridges. Again, I really like the Graf Lantz one. I have only broken one of their nose bridges in the time I've had a bunch of their masks. They also have space for extra filters inside. When I fly, I put an N95 in there as well. Here is the reason the main reason. I like their masks for all the things I've just discussed. My main reason that I really love their masks is that when they're on my face, I can feel them making a seal on my whole face. And that's a very stabilizing feeling. Frankly, with some of the disposable surgical masks, I absolutely can't feel that it's making a proper seal. One other thing that I would love to acknowledge for those of us who wear glasses, it is always an issue of like the glasses wrapping around of the mask wrapping around the temple of your glasses and making it impossible. It gets even worse when you have a hearing aid because it also, I don't know how many of you lost AirPods over COVID, but I have 2 friends that had their AirPods popped out of their ears by masks. I don't really have a solution to that. I'm just complaining in a gentle fashion. Graf Lanz masks. These are my favorite. This was my semi-tooltip, semi-PSA about mask wearing. As always, with anything that I recommend, your results may vary as your face might be a different shape than mine. But I find these very versatile. Thanks, you guys, for joining me for this tooltip PSA. Stay healthy, and I'll see you later.